The man was an eccentric beekeeper who rented a warehouse in the suburbs. His only neighbor was the elderly landlady. He paid no attention to what was happening outside, focusing solely on caring for his bees. The landlady was also alone, and the man had long since regarded her as family. One day, while the landlady was working, her computer suddenly displayed a warning. Following the prompts, she made a call, but the man on the other end lied, claiming that her account needed to be upgraded. The old woman followed the scammer's instructions to download and install their newly developed software. However, after entering her bank card password, the computer screen suddenly went black. When the screen lit up again, the grandmother's pension savings had been stolen. They cheered and celebrated another successful scam. Grandma was heartbroken. The man brought the honey he had made to Grandma's house. After knocking on the door, no one answered, but the smoke alarm in the room kept ringing. The man felt uneasy, turned off the alarm, and pulled out a knife, heading toward the bedroom. When he reached the door, he saw a gun on the ground. Grandma had already taken her own life. At that moment, a black female police officer appeared behind him, pointing a gun at his back. He was arrested as the suspect. The policewoman was the grandmother's daughter. During the subsequent investigation, she discovered that the money in the account had disappeared, leading her to realize that the grandmother's death might have other causes. There were no gunpowder residues on the man's hands, and his fingerprints were not found on the gun. He was released. The policewoman came to the warehouse to apologize to him. The man learned that the landlord's grandmother's account had been emptied, clearly a case of fraud. The female officer currently had only one lead. The perpetrators were a professional online fraud ring, and they would insist that the elderly woman had voluntarily given the money away, making it impossible to prosecute them. The man said nothing after hearing this, took the jar of honey, and went outside. He removed a satellite phone from the beehive and contacted the beekeeping headquarters. He briefly explained the situation and asked the operator to locate the fraud ring. The operator quickly found one of their branches. The man arrived at the building entrance with 2 barrels of gasoline. 2 security guards tried to stop him from entering, but he quickly knocked them both down. He then entered the fraud center and ordered them to stop what they were doing. One of the scammers was extremely arrogant and mocked him. The man didn't waste any words. He swung his fist at him with all his strength. His brutal appearance stunned everyone. The man took out the gasoline cans and poured them on the floor. The scammer finally appeared and ordered the 2 people beside him to subdue the man. The man kicked a chair, knocking one of them down, then grabbed the phone cord and wrapped it around his neck, swiftly disposing of all the henchmen. Seeing the man's boldness, the scammer backed away in fear. The man closed in step by step, and the scammer trembled in terror. However, the man did not immediately attack him. He intended to use the scammer to uncover the mastermind behind the operation and eradicate the entire gang.